Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the App State Mountaineers offense will go to work first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football. They don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Pulls it in. It's Ebby. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run for it on third and short. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's first and 10 from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running behind that left side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. The Mountaineers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The hand to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Under fire. Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Mountaineers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He works his way all the way down to the 3, And the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Back to pass. Touchdown, App State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you...
There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the air on first down. Finds his man down the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's not going to have enough for the first down. Had to get it to the 35, and now a tricky 4th down decision coming. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's another Miami Hurricane.
And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
It's complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Let's talk about App State. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And another Miami Hurricane.
And the Canes are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Hurricanes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
At the 35, he's open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Going deep. Catch inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Pocket breaking down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that kind of tells you how the season's gone for this squad. Just whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, now it's the special teams, missing a makeable kick. It's been that kind of year.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mountaineers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So now it's second and long. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Got the quick pass. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Bringing the heat. They're setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The inside handoff. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man, it's Brown. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Sets up the screen. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it on the read. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Ready. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Canes will send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Got him downfield. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He lofts one down the sideline. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Swings it out to his running back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing...
Turning it on! Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Last completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. The give out of the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Canes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Big House, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over Michigan State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Charging forward on the sneak.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Miami.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
On the field goal.
And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.